All right, y'all, it's Friday. We're gonna run through what a typical Friday looks like. Me and Logan are out. We have a flip closing. We've got some projects to check on. We've got a new project under contract. We've got to cut checks. We had a new guy that we just hired. So we got a lot of shit going on right now. But if you guys want a little bit more raw, uncut video of kind of what a typical day in the life looks like, that's what we're gonna run through today. I promise one thing, the longer the video, the more value I provide. We're like an hour and a half in a recording, y'all, and we just realized that the mic wasn't connected. So it's unfortunate. We're gonna run it in reverse. We started at the house. Now we're at this flip, and this is where we realized that it wasn't recording. This is the deal that's closing today, though. So we're gonna start here, and then we'll just work our way backwards. We're still gonna show you guys. It's just gonna cost us a little extra time. It is what it is. This is closing today, and we just wanted to run through, show you guys a one last look before it's off the books and we won't see it again. So we bought this for $150,000, ran through with just under $50,000 in rehab in here. New flooring, new paint, new countertops, backsplash. This is what a typical flip looks like for us, y'all. In here, we kind of rearranged this bathroom a little bit. One thing that I didn't love about this one is it's above a 200,000 ARV. We sold this for 265, I think. And we only have a single vanity, which would drive me nuts. I would really like a dual vanity above 200,000 ARV, but it is what it is. So it looks good. We make up for it in other areas. Here's the shower tile. Did a really good job. But yeah, this is the deal, the flip that's closing today. So I'm pumped up about that. Get it off the books. We bought this end of July and it's now middle of October. So what is that? August, September, October. We're like a 100-day turnaround, a little over 3 months, which is, for like a full flip, I would say really good from purchase to exit. Under 4 months for sure on this. We got the bathroom in here. Boom. This guest bathroom turned out really good. We always tile even our guest bathrooms because this is what your guests are gonna be using, you know what I mean? And it's a premium product and it looks better than any of the comps in the area. That's why we were able to get what we got on this one, the price that we needed. And this actually has like a mother-in-law suite. So we've got their laundry. One thing is these windows could have been replaced, but we did not replace them just to see if the buyers would still go for it. And they did on the repair request, but they wanted some other stuff done as well. So home warranty and stuff like that. So we fixed the other stuff and said we weren't gonna do that and they were okay with it. But anyways, this is this project. It's coming to an end. It's always a little bittersweet. Some deals I'd like to keep, but you know, we're in this like 190. It's not even gonna rent for $2,000 a month. It just doesn't make sense to keep, unfortunately. And rather than pass on the deal and never make any money, we decided to buy it and flip it. We did a good job on it. So we're on to the next. We're gonna head to a property that we just locked up, that we also were just at, and show you guys that one because the mic wasn't recording. But this one's closing at 12:30. It's about 10 a.m. And then we're gonna go cut some checks. I'm gonna show you guys how we pay our contractors and whatnot. So we'll catch you guys there here in a few. All right, so I got this deal sent to me off market. This is from a bigger wholesaler. Their name's Kingdom Homes. And no offense, if I have anybody from Kingdom watching this, I probably don't. They usually have some pretty shitty deals. And this was one of them. They sent it to me at $120,000 and it's worth like $175 all fixed up. I was like, there's no way that I can make those numbers work. So I went out here respectfully and showed them how and the reason why and broke down exactly what needed to be done. I've got a full scope of work, provided it to them. They went and renegotiated with the seller, couldn't get it to a price that I needed. Here we are 4 months later, roughly, and they came back to me and said, hey, the seller's willing to make the number work that you need, $84,000. And so we ended up locking it up. So we've got it under contract now. I put down $2,500 earnest money yesterday. It's non-refundable. That's one thing that you guys will run into when you work with these bigger wholesalers. You got to go non-refundable earnest money. So make sure you guys know your numbers and you're okay risking the money up front. For me, I'm comfortable with the deal. I'm gonna buy it. I'm not concerned about it. And so, you know, one other thing I'll mention is next week I'm heading on an elk hunt This one's maybe not as much real estate related, but if you guys want to see a video of the elk hunt, I'm going with my buddy Jimmy. That's who I own the commercial real estate with, some of our commercial real estate. And it's gonna be a fun trip. We'll talk real estate and hopefully slam some elks, and maybe I could do like a giveaway for some elk meat. So drop a comment, let me know if you guys want to see that. In the meantime, just rolled up. Let's check this out real quick. Here we are, 84,000, and this beauty is gonna be mine. You know, I like this deal. We're right across from the Hare Park. I live in Harris, so this is like my hometown here. Quaint little neighborhood, really good rental market. This will rent for $1,350, $1,400 a month, which is right about a 1% rule. Typically a 1% rule, which is all a 1% rule is, if you're all in 130,000, it rents for $1,300 a month. It's an old school way for quickly analyzing a rental. And typically 1% deal does not cash flow for me because my bank has me on a 20-year amortization. If you're DSCR, you're gonna be on a 30-year amortization, but I'm on a 20-year. So there's some pros and cons there, but typically I really don't cash flow much. So still's not gonna make me a ton, but it's gonna help me on the depreciation for my taxes, which is what I need right now. But you guys can see here, we've got some old roof leaks. They're soft, so it's been a little bit since it's been leaking. Here's the bathroom. This is simple. We're gonna rip this out, rip in new tile, possibly get rid of the window. Golly. We are gonna need some texture. This type of stuff right here. Yeah, so little stomp test, little bounce test. These old pier and beam houses, they just didn't put enough support underneath them. So this is super common, we run into it. Come in here and support underneath the house so we don't have that bounce. But if you're flipping houses or even renting houses and you come in and you guys just paint straight over this without actually retexturing, it's gonna look like an amateur did it. So we'll come in, we'll fix the texture wherever's needed, like stuff like this drives me nuts. I like to have a nice product so that way if I ever would need to sell it, I can sell it and get out. This one's gonna need new hot water tank. It's gonna need new condenser, minimum. They've tried to do like some Venetian plaster here. It looks kind of shitty. So, but cabinets we're gonna keep. Ripping new backsplash, new granite countertop, new sink fixture and whatnot. They did convert the garage already, so this is nice. It's already raised up, so we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about permitting it. We just come in here. We do need to push this wall out because there's a space in between that garage door and this wall, so we're gonna push that out, cut a window in because I think it's crazy not to have a window in a room. Technically, you have to have a window in a room, so this isn't even really a room right now. Scrape the popcorn ceiling, and then we got the bathroom in here. This stuff's already done. We got a toilet plumb out. We got our vanity, our shower, and then back here is gonna be a closet. So this is a simple deal. I'll keep you guys posted as we go through it. I'll show you all what I sent to Kingdom Homes. This is what I sent to them when I was like, hey, look, this is why I can't do it for the price that you need. If you guys want that, stick around till the end. I'll give that out to you guys so you guys can check that out and see what it looks like whenever I'm walking through a project. Let's go out back actually real quick. I'm hyped up today, by the way. My wife, yes, believe it or not, I do have a wife. I had some comments actually a couple videos back where people were like, you're a simp, or let me just tell you, it's nice having a wife, y'all. So if you don't, you should try it out. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have like a woman by my side to keep me organized. She does everything at the house, which is a godsend. And then she does all her design. She not only is awesome, she makes us a lot of money too. So we got a new panel out back. This type of stuff here just looks bad. You know what I mean? Like they've tried to patch in this aluminum siding. It looks like shit. We'll probably smack a piece of smartboard siding there. This used to be a door. Smack a piece of smartboard siding and then paint it like a cedar look or something. So it looks different, but it looks good, you know? And so that condenser, obviously you guys can see, is not gonna work. Too small for the house. It's like a century old too. The roof is shot. You can see the old granular loss up there. But back here, this is This is a lawsuit waiting to happen, in my opinion. We're gonna tear this down. We'll leave the slab. Just get rid of this. Got a little mower there. Yeah, what do you think's in here?
Drink it.
Open it up. Look at that iPhone case. Top of the line back in the day. All right, anyways, this would be a simple little deal. I've got $50K budgeted. New windows. I mean, we're gonna have to run through there. We're probably gonna have some plumbing work to do. This is an older home. I have not scoped the sewer line, so that's something that I did account for, but I don't know if it's gonna be needed or not. I always account if I don't know for sure, you know, just to be conservative. Always overestimate your rehab, underestimate your ARV. I mean, that is like my tried and true principle. But 84,000, we got some holding costs, some closing costs, all in probably 130. It's worth about 175. Make about 50K in equity, move on to the next deal, and keep it as a little piggy bank for when the right commercial deal comes around. Because I'm still looking for a commercial deal or multifamily deal between 1 and 2 million here in the Oklahoma City metro. So if y'all are watching this and you know of one, please send it my way. You might be able to make some money on it too. But I'm a legit buyer. Oh yeah, look at that little guy. He looks dead, but he's not. Look. That's just a banana spider, by the way, y'all. They're nice. They're nice, they're good. Don't be prejudiced. Just because he looks scary on the outside doesn't mean that he actually is. You gotta judge somebody based on how they are on the inside. He didn't choose to look like that, right? So if you don't like spiders or, you know, or whatever, then don't be like that, you know? If I would have just taken Logan based on how he looks on the outside, that's pretty good. This one will close in about 3 weeks. We've got a property that we're working on. We're 3 weeks into that project, have another 2 weeks left. That's with the crew that we're currently working. Here, let's hop in the car. I gotta say something real quick. Okay, so, dang, look at that action shot. So, this crew, so we're currently running 7 guys. Damn, you're close, bro. Oh my. So we're currently running 7 guys. It's going pretty good. We have one GC that we pay daily, a daily rate. He has a 3-man crew, and then me and Logan have our 4-man crew. It's been a lot to get used to. I wouldn't say that our 4-man crew is any harder to manage than the 3-man crew with the GC, and we pay more on that. We pay $850 a day for the GC and the 3-man crew, and then we pay like $650 to $675 a day for our three. Well, no, now we pay like $875 a day for our 4-man crew, but we get a 4th guy. So, you know, we had started them on a project in the city. You guys could go back a couple videos and see that. It's been a learning curve for sure. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, this has been the best decision I've ever made, but we are definitely getting used to it, and I think it's gonna be pretty good. You know, we probably spent an extra $7,000 to $10,000 on that last project just trying to figure out the system. I think we've mostly got it figured out. You have to have a lot more strategy, and you just have to know what you're doing. You know, I would say that I have a good idea of how construction works, and I know what to look for, but it is still a lot to manage, especially some of our guys don't speak English. So they're great, good guys, but we've got a little bit of a language barrier there as well. It just is what it is. Unfortunately, Logan doesn't speak Spanish, so I guess that's just a little bit of a downside to having a project manager that doesn't speak Spanish. But no, in all seriousness, it's going pretty decent. It is just, we're trying to figure out the system. And so a lot of people would sit there and be like, wow, I can't believe you spent an extra $7,000 to $10,000 on a project trying to figure out a system. But I'm not short-sighted. If I was short-sighted, then I would just go for the cheapest guy every time. But how I'm thinking of this is like, I'm paying for the learning. That $7,000 to $10,000, it wasn't wasted. We learned a lot. We learned that we have to have better strategy. We have to be on top of our shit. And that's okay because we're getting used to it. And so if I can spend that $7,000 to $10,000 up front for us to be able to save a couple $100,000 next year on labor because we can run our own laborers, that's worth it for me. And so I think we're gonna be there come mid next year, and I can teach you guys and teach my students how to make that happen. So the the one thing I want to point out here is these are general labors. So they do texture, sheetrock, paint, flooring, tile, stuff like that, carpentry, trim. We still sub out our MEPs, our mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. And so those are still subbed out. These guys just do pretty much everything else. And so anyways, that is where we're at right now. And so this project is going a lot smoother than the last one, thankfully. And they should only get more smooth from here. So we're gonna roll up here in about 2 minutes, and I'll show you guys that once we get there. All right, so this project here, we ran into a little bit of a hiccup. This is in my hometown. I've never had anything stolen from me. And sure enough, somebody came the first night, stole all my guys' tools, and then stole a bunch of plumbing fittings. Typical crackhead behavior, because they didn't touch any of the flooring, any of the $6,000 worth of materials that we had in here. They just stole the quick stuff. And so, oh, sorry about the wind. So anyways, piece of shit if you're watching this. But outside of that, second night we came and put some game cameras up, boarded everything up. He didn't get in, he tried to get in, and then stole one of our cameras. But you know what, life goes on. We bought some more tools. Our guys bought more tools. They're probably gonna be thrown off because we're now here for the second time today. Hola. Hey, Arthur. Hopefully we don't get in trouble for this music. So anyways, we ripped out, this was a closet here, ripped this out so we could throw a full second shower in here, and it's gonna look good. So that's gonna be a shower. We've got our vanity, toilet going on here, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. It took us like 2 days to do that. Definitely worth it to run the plumbing and whatnot. And then we had the second closet here, so it's like, why not? You know, we just increased the value because all of the floor plans in this neighborhood are a 3-bed, 1.5 bath, and this is a 3-bed, 2-bath now, full 2-bath. And it's gonna rent better because it's got that full second shower in there. So I'm excited about that. We got 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, and then this is the second bathroom here. Super simple, rip-in vanity, toilet. We're gonna tile this. This is our typical, we throw a niche in, and then we tile to the ceiling, and then we do like gold fixtures. It's gonna look slick. So anyways, this is pretty simple. The biggest thing last week that kind of put us behind on this project is we had to retexture a lot of the walls. The people that lived in here, they had dogs, and they just ripped this house up. And so anyways, all this is retextured, and I'm a stickler. So we had an issue. The guys weren't doing quality work as I expected, and so I made them come back through and redo some of the stuff because I'm not gonna get to the end of the project and it look shitty, in my opinion. Like up here, we had some miter issues. This looks really good now. They mitered this out correctly, but like this piece here was sticking out, it was gapped up. The pieces here on the back door, they were gapped up, all of this, and it just wasn't what I'm used to. And so I told them, I was like, we need to do a better job, y'all. I can't be having that. But overall, I think it looks good. Here in the kitchen, ripping new granite. We kept all the cabinets. They look good. We're gonna throw the same cabinet doors on. And then we've got our garage out here. But overall, pretty simple project. One thing I did mess up is we scraped the popcorn ceilings in here. And I shouldn't have. We should have. I didn't tell the guys right. It was a waste of time. I caught it too late. It just is what it is. But you got to be checking in on your projects, because if you don't, you're not going to catch stuff like that. And that was just something we missed because we told them to scrape the popcorn ceilings, and they scraped everything. But in a garage, it doesn't matter in my opinion. You can leave them. One last thing I'll point out here is the roof is a 3-tab shingle. We went back and forth. I knew it needed to be replaced when we bought it. I was going to replace it, but since we're keeping it as a rental, I thought, well, we can probably just get away with keeping it for right now. I'm still kind of going back and forth. Do we replace it? Do we not? Insurance does not like 3-tab shingle. For a commercial policy like what I've got, it's not as big of a deal. For a homeowner, it would be. Like if I sold this on the market, we would have to replace this roof for sure. But I may just keep it because it's $5,500 that I don't have to spend, you know? And so if we have a hailstorm roll through in the next 6 months, even if I replace it, we're gonna have to replace it again, you know? And so anyways, that's just the perks of living in Oklahoma. But this project's coming along pretty good. You know, we had that small hiccup where I had to get on to the guys of like, hey, I need you guys to do better quality work. Arthur, the main guy doing the tile right now, no issues with that. It's Sergio and Luis that we were running into. Like the quality just wasn't quite what I was wanting. And I'm a stickler for that type of stuff, you know, especially if I'm going to put it on YouTube and show you guys like this is what we're doing. I need it to look good, you know, and then I want to feel good about the money that I make. I want to feel good about putting a family or a person, whatever, fair housing, you know, I don't care who goes in here, but I want to feel good about placing that tenant, you know, and feel good about the money that I make. So anyways, this is a good one. As soon as they're done here, we're going to move them out to Yukon, and we'll go check those projects out here in a little bit. And so constantly, like, you know, because I run a flipping business, retail business, we wholesale a little bit. I've got my retail sales team, you know, we've done 160 transactions this year between all of that. It's about strategy. What is the strategy and what is the plan of action? So we now have to get the materials ready for the next projects, which is what we're gonna go do today. Usually Logan handles that, but we're rolling together. So we're gonna go check them out, make sure that we have plan of action. We're hiring a new guy. We're gonna go meet him at the office here in a little bit. And it's Friday, which is when we pay our guys. And so we just paid these 3 guys. We're gonna go cut the rest of the checks that are owed to everybody else. I don't even know who we owe checks to this week, but I'm sure we've got $5,000, $10,000 worth of checks that we're cutting today or more. Hopefully, Logan shakes his head. Hopefully not more. Well, I'll show you guys how much we cut. So anyways, let's head to the office. We'll catch you guys there. 2 things I want to touch on here. Obviously, if you guys are watching this video, you probably own real estate in some capacity or plan to own real estate in some capacity, or you just like business, because this applies to that as well. I don't think it's talked about enough when it comes to regulating your emotions and then being able to handle pressure. You know, I'm 24, so I'm a younger guy, and I think that my generation struggles with this, but I also see this just in all ages, is people can't handle pressure, you know, and I think that's a large reason why some people never work for themselves, and that's okay. Like if you know you're the type of person that can't handle pressure and never plans on handling or learning how to handle the pressure, then maybe going to business for yourself or working for yourself is just not the move. But if you plan on scaling a company, then you need to be able to handle your emotions, because shit goes wrong, shit goes right, and you know, it is what it is, you know. And the sooner that you can realize that it just is what it is, and try not to allow yourself to get emotional about issues that arise, the quicker that you'll be able to scale, you know. And so I try and detach myself from the outcome as much as possible. I for sure still get emotional sometimes. I get irritated. I'm like, why isn't this done? Why isn't this getting done? You know, but that's something that I'm always trying to get better at. And so I'm saying this so I can remind myself as well that emotional regularity is a big deal. I will say one thing I never do is scream at people. I think that's stupid. I don't raise my voice, you know, like I don't think there's ever really a need for that. But you know, I hear about these people that they just can't handle themselves. They get upset, they scream, you know, and it's like, really? Bro, chill out. Shit's not that big of a deal, you know? Like, yeah, maybe it is a big deal, but don't make a huge deal out of it. Usually, the way that you handle a situation, everybody in your organization will mirror match that, you know? And so, anyways, I can't say that I'm always the best at handling situations, but it's something that I'm constantly trying to get better at. So, I just want to put that out there, because there's a lot of people that they say they want to be in a position like me, or they want to do what I'm doing. They want to go flip houses. They want to do this. And then if you were transported and knew what I knew and you were put in my position, I don't think everybody could handle it. They couldn't wake up and handle the pressure that comes along with it, you know? And so I just want to put that out there, because there's not enough people that talk about like how to handle the pressure, you know? And not to mention, I'm out competing, negotiating with people that are twice my age, that have been in business twice as long as me. And that's a lot for young people as well. So I know there's a lot of young dudes, young gals that watch my videos, and I just want to put that out there, that you need to know how to handle your emotions before you ever go and try and start scaling a business. And it's something that you should keep at the forefront of your mind, and really regardless of the age. And then something else I want to put out there is I do make this stuff look really easy. And that's because I've been doing this for going on 6 years now, you know, and so it's not that easy for everybody. I would caution heavily against watching 2 or 3 of my videos and then deciding to go buy real estate based off of just that. you know, yes, I put a lot of information out, but there's a lot that's not put out that I just can't fit in my videos, you know? And so make sure that you guys pay that ignorance debt down, because a lot of people, and I get it all the time, you guys know that I've now got my mentorship, which if you guys want some info on that, I'm not pitching it heavily, but it's in the bio. But I get people a lot that they come through and they're like, well, I just kind of plan on learning myself, learning the hard way. And I'm like, okay, dude, you know, but I would just be careful, you know. If you're risking hundreds of thousands of dollars that are in debt, you know, you can't, if you go put $10,000 down on a property, but it's a $120,000 property, your risk isn't $10,000, it's $120,000. And so just be careful, because I know a lot of times the videos make it seem like it's just so cut and dry, do this, this, and this, but I know my market extremely well. I've sold, between me and my team, we sold over 500 transactions, and I've been in the trenches doing this every day for the last 5 years. So just wanted to put that out there. But emotional regularity and understanding pressure, I think, are huge for the position that I'm in right now. And if you can handle your emotions and regulate yourself and understand that the pressure is not the end of the world, then I think that you'll do pretty well in business. So I'm gonna keep putting out good vibes, stuff that has helped me along the way. So hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes or what's taken me a lot longer to learn. But once again, we're heading to the office, we're gonna go cut some checks, and then we're gonna go walk some more deals after that. This is more of like a day in the life, how I manage my days, and this is what a typical Friday looks like for me and Logan. So we'll catch you guys there. This is Denise. I talked about Denise and the Hard Rock Foundation in my last video. Great foundation company, you guys can see. 15,000, 25 steel piers, and lifetime warranty, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, there we go, here in Oklahoma City. So if you guys want their info, where's your info at? Right here? Boom. There it is. They do good work for me. I don't get paid for this. Maybe they'll give me a good deal on my next deal. So we'll
Always.
see. Yeah. Anyways, would you give her check?
No, I ain't read it.
Oh, you haven't written it yet? Oh,
We just got here.
no, let's go write it. All right, y'all. A few things here. Firstly, this is the survey on that commercial building that I bought earlier this year. If you guys want an update video on that, let me know. We've got some new tenants in there. Secondly, we just locked this up. 15,050 square feet of industrial space. And so if you want a video on that, let me know. We'll probably do a video on that anyways once we close. So we just cut all of the contractor checks. How much do you think we paid today? I was gonna show them to you guys, but I forgot they've got all our guys' names on them, so.
In total, 16.
16K? Because the foundation for, because we paid 7,500 here. So anyways, what I typically do, we'll cut on Fridays, and then I pretty much invoice my bank, and I have them reimburse me. So we're gonna get reimbursed for majority of that. Just gotta come out for the short term. Thirdly, we met with Edgar, super cool guy. We're gonna go meet with him again at this project. He did not want to be on video. Like he's like, I'm a shy guy, I don't want to be on video. He'll be on video a little bit, he just didn't want to be like exact frame. So we had a really good discussion with him though, just kind of how our team operates, what we plan on doing, what we expect, and then any questions he had for us as well. Lastly, check this out. Some fish that I caught. I got a bigger one too.
You didn't catch it.
I did catch that fish. This is the exact fish. It's called an ikigai taco or something. It's a Hawaiian thing. They get the cuttlefish. They put cuttlefish ink on it. Anyways, I was excited to put that here in the office. So other than that, I've got one more deal to show you guys that I've got an offer out on. Hopefully I will have this negotiated. So check it out, Family Dollar. Boom, boom. So it's an 8 cap today. It's a double net, not a triple net lease, double net, which means they pay taxes and insurance, but they don't handle maintenance. Triple net would be taxes, insurance, maintenance. Here's the deal on this one. They've got 3 years left on their lease with another 4 5-year options to extend. I think they're going to extend. Either way, the price per square foot on this, if we put it under contract, is going to be like $110 a foot for commercial in a really good location. Super cheap. So I offered a 9 cap. I offered $912,000. We will see if we can make it happen. It currently brings in $83,930 per month. I'll show you guys how to quickly underwrite a deal like this. Come to your loan calc. If we go 900, oh, it was 918,000 was what I offered. Times 80% would put me at 734 loan amount. 734,400 on a 20-year AM at 7.3% interest. 5826 per month is my monthly payment. So we have 5826 times 12, 69,000 annually. Subtract out what it's currently bringing in. This is backwards, but don't. There we go. 14,000 in net rents annually after debt service. And so you take 14,000 divided by the down payment. Let's see, so 918,000 minus our down payment of 734,400, 183,000. So then our annual debt or our annual cash flow is 14,000 divided by 183,000. Ooh, this is kind of sloppy underwriting, y'all, but boom, boom, 7.6% cash on cash return. Not great, but if I can put this under contract, I can probably depreciate, depending on what a cost segregation gets me, about 30%, which means I could pull potentially 275,000 off of my taxes for this year, which is huge. And tenant's already in place, it's kind of doing its thing. I'm pretty much just parking my cash for the next couple years. If interest rates come down, then cap rates will also come down, and I can sell this at probably an 8 or 7 or 8 cap here in the future, especially if Dollar General decides to extend. That's the reason why this is being offered at an 8 cap. If they had a 5 to 7 year lease left instead of 3, this would probably be offered at like a 7 cap. If you guys want me to talk more about that, I can in the future. But for now, we're heading to go look at that deal in Yukon. Let's roll.
Aí,
Nice. Nice. Looks good. All the trim work looks good. Kevin Skinner. Oh, good. Good. We need to remove this.
yes.
Remove this. Remove.
Okay.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, remove that too.
Oh, well,
B
it's gonna
wants.
come down.
Yeah, she wants 2 different mirrors.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
we were keeping
I thought so too. The wife says otherwise. The design coordinator says otherwise. So, Edgar, will you ask him what he's working on today? In Spanish.
What, done today?
What the rest of the plan is for today?
Or you want to tear all the down and then all the trash to the dumpster?
Nice.
And
Okay.
then cut the trims.
Yep.
The trees.
Oh yeah. Cut the trees. Yeah. We're gonna remove all this. We have to wait.
Will be done.
We have to wait for the foundation company to finish the foundation because it's gonna move before. That's the guys outside. That it's gonna move a little bit, and then we can come in and fix all the cracks. It's gonna be like Monday. We're gonna plan to fix all the texture sheetrock cracks, and then from there, let me get the scope of work. We'll start on the actual job. Replace roof, check HVAC. Remove. Guest bathroom. Hey, we need to get windows ordered, by the way, on this.
Yep.
Did
it's
you?
coming out today.
Okay, awesome. Repair. Okay, so repair settling cracks, and then kills. We're gonna kills paint all next week, all the way around. Because I had like if you guys come look here, I kicked this in the other day. This I believe is from Cat P. And like it's on all the walls, but I noticed that it's not like behind, you know? So it's just very surface level. So we just need to kills everywhere. Yeah. And so I'm sorry, we're gonna have to fix these holes, but I wanted to check that just to make sure, but it's very surface level. So we're gonna kills all next week. So we'll mainly do that.
Or not?
I don't know yet. I'll know by Monday though. My wife does the design, Edgar, usually, so, but I think we're gonna paint all of this. We're gonna keep all of the trim all throughout because it's in good shape. So anyways, yeah, if you guys want to work on the demo and stuff for now, and then we'll start getting the materials ready for next week. But really, we'll just need mud to fix, like we need to fix all these cracks here. And then like here, and there's gonna be more cracks as they continue to raise, and then we'll be good to go. So, okay. Sounds like a plan. You guys need anything from us? Okay, awesome. Here, I'm gonna talk to Denise real quick. Hey, Denise. Is this a concern? I mean, we knew it was here. The structural engineer saw it. I mean, it was a crack in the tile that was going all the way through.
Right.
But it's not offset or anything.
No, I think you can just put some
Self-level it in. Okay.
Where is the mortar you were talking about?
Oh, yeah, let me show you. All right. It feels good. Oh, this is. There you go. They hand dug this?
Yeah, we always do.
You guys hand dig every pier? Golly.
Yeah, they sure do.
That's a lot of work. Okay, so
I see the gap right here. We're hoping that's gonna close.
from
Right here.
the freeze board's a little kicked out.
See that gap?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I'll show you the other gaps as well. There's a gap around that door.
Yeah, look right here and see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll caulk whatever we need to. But, damn, it's windy.
Hey, bless the wind right now because it's getting
Yeah.
cool.
So around these windows, you can see all here, up this way, right there here in the middle.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Okay, awesome. This was a big crack that was coming. Oh, did you notice this? Do we need brick ties? Because the structural engineer didn't call it out, but
Hey, Chewy.
so when they do the foundations, they go all the way down to bedrock. That's what they're doing. They're hand digging 25 of these. They go all the way down, or as close to as possible, secure against the bedrock, and then push the house up from there. And so doing that all the way around, theoretically, it shouldn't move after that is the goal. But we have a lifetime warranty, so if it does move, we'll fix it.
He's digging a hole.
Oh, okay, no worries. What's-
He'll look at it and if
Okay,
something,
cool.
he'll enter it.
So that's one. And then around this way, I mean, there's just a little bit of mortar like around that window. And then this around the garage. Well, this doesn't need to be more. This will just need to be caulked in. But yeah, up top here.
But I believe we are doing repairs on this side as well.
Yeah, I think they're mostly
So we're
all the way around the
hoping-
house.
Yeah. So we're hoping that some of this is going to close this gap.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and then we've got some more. And then, yeah, you guys have a whole party here today.
Oh, yeah. Coker's here.
Yeah, right here in the corner. And then this is like, there's big gaps around this window right here, Denise. Does this have a sprinkler system? I just know, is that a sprinkler line right down there?
I do believe so.
Damn. A little different than my average house, huh? They're
I
getting
know.
they're getting a little nicer.
Yeah, usually you're in Tecumseh and Shawnee.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to get out and more, yeah. I'm buying pretty much everywhere around the metro this year.
Are you reselling this one?
We're gonna rent this actually.
Really?
Yeah. It'll be nice. It'll be a nice rental. Yeah.
Now this one right here,
Yeah.
that one might be a concern.
Okay. I mean, our guys can do masonry work.
I was gonna say you're probably gonna have to first get the big nest off of it.
Yeah, I know.
But that part you may have to have them take that down and reset it.
Okay. Let me talk to Edgar. Hey, Edgar, will you look at this real quick? This spot right here, brother, is what I was talking about. How do you think we can fix this?
We just use a grinder, and then where it's cracked,
Yeah.
and then maybe like a quarter, and we new mud.
Even underneath the window and all the way around? It look good?
All that is tied to the studs
Oh,
the
really?
house. Yeah, that's why we haven't come in.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, it should be right there.
It should be. Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out.
We just failed with the.
Okay, awesome.
Humidity.
Then we'll probably plan to do that next week. They're gonna do most of the corrections around, but this one I'll probably have you do here.
Okay.
So, all right, awesome.
I'll let you know which ones we can't do once we're
Okay.
done, once we're completely done.
All is going as planned so far.
So far,
So
everything
far,
looks
so good. Okay, I
No
like it.
issues. Knock on wood.
Hey, and actually, I just realized all the ductworks ran through the attic, so we're not gonna have any ductwork
That's
issue.
what I was looking
Yeah.
for.
Sometimes when they,
There, and I was looking to see if there was any cracks in the house, but
yeah.
I haven't checked that side. Have you noticed any huge cracks?
No, I mean, right in the living room's the biggest one. And we got some stuff like this. This is offset a little bit. Should we just self-level over that?
I wouldn't even do that. Maybe just
No?
kind of grind it down a little bit.
Okay.
I wouldn't stress too much about that.
Yeah.
This is normal. This is very
Yeah, okay.
So, and then like I said, this one right here, I would just clean it out
Mm-hmm.
and then just put that self-leveling, and then, you know, once you do that in the garage, you aren't gonna have to sand it to make it level. But
Nice, okay.
no point in having that cut out.
All right, perfect.
It'd be so expensive to do that actually.
Thank you, Denise.
So,
I appreciate
I'm gonna
you.
check this side
Okay.
for any cracks.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan. Thank you. Okay, so, dude, Carlos demoed this place in like 2 days. Yeah. Well, no, he started on Monday. It's Friday, but there was a ton of stuff in here. It was pretty damn good. I'm impressed. He's done a really good job actually. He freaking got after it. So, anyways, yeah, we're adding Edgar to this crew here, and we're just gonna have them run. Usually I like 3 guys on a crew, but we're gonna have them run until we feel comfortable enough adding a third. I do want to self-level that crack right there though, because if you guys come over here, like, it's offset. So usually, like, if you have a crack, it is what it is, but this is offset a little bit. And so when we lay luxury vinyl plank, you're gonna be able to feel that. And so, I mean, grinding it down is an option, or self-level. It's really just this spot right here. I just don't want what happens if you have 2 seams, like 2 pieces of LVP coming up like this, butting up, and there's a little bit of a gap underneath. Over time, people stepping on that and whatnot, it'll break that seam, and then you got to come through and fix the flooring all throughout. This crack, do
We're
what?
gonna have self-level for this, might as well just run over the top.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna clean all this out, and then we'll self-level over top of this. There is no displacement over here though, which is nice. And so, yeah, that's an easy fix. So, anyways, this will be a simple project. We do still need to pull all the fixtures down. And then we need to get these guys mud and stuff, but you can see like these people were dirty. That's why come Monday, we need to get them come through and kills this. Kills paint is amazing. All this dirt and grime will be gone. We're gonna get rid of it, all this stuff. Just nasty people, really. I busted this out because I wanted to see what this was. I did a little bit of ChatGPT in. They had cats in here. This got sprayed with cat pee. You can't smell it. I mean, it's like 5-6 years old. Logan's smiling behind the camera. No, I tried to smell it the other day. Here, smell it. You can't smell anything. I just don't want it coming back in the future. So we're gonna kills it, bust it out over here. It was fine over there. We'll be fine. We've got the guest bathroom. So what's nice about this, it's a newer home, 2007 build. Number one, ductworks ran through the attic, so we don't have to worry about the ducts failing, which a lot of times on the foundation, if you're doing extensive foundation work, piers or slab injection, when they come in here and do that, it will mess up the ducts, the in-slab ducts. So since they're overhead, we've got no concern there. We do have our sewer line, it's PVC, and then I believe this is PEX here with a copper stub out. So all good, all good. This isn't on an exterior wall. This copper has zero concern of freezing in the future. So anyways, this project will be good. We just have to make sure that we get these guys kills paint. Here, we'll step past this. Kills paint and some mud and texture for Monday, and then we're gonna have them roll through and start hitting this one good. I mean, dude, they might be able to do this whole project themselves. I mean, it's gonna be, no, it's really not. It's gonna be 4 weeks, but 4 or 5 weeks. Anyways, all right, we'll catch you guys on the next. All right, y'all, here's where we're at in the day. As you can see, it's probably a little chaotic because that's how most of my days are. That's okay because we're making it through. So we just left Edgar with Carlos. They're gonna finish the demo up. We've got a plan of action, week 2 scope of work. We're not following our typical system on this one. We're a little behind. We don't have the materials ordered over there. But what we figured out is they're gonna sand all of the trim next week and then kills, paint all the way around the house. And then we're gonna start on tile as well. By then, we're gonna have the rest of the initial order for the material order. We'll be good to go. In the meantime, I had a 16 unit mobile home park sent to me out in Harrah, Oklahoma, off market. It's exactly what I'm looking for. It's an 11 cap. We're gonna go look at it. I'm gonna show you guys the numbers and hopefully we can make some money on this deal. Hopefully we lock it up. I think they're asking $850. NOI is $112,000 a year. Paper math, numbers make sense. I know the area really well. So this is where I get a little off course. I mean, we really didn't have much else going today. We were planning on recording, but I get the shiny object syndrome when it comes to deal flow. Like when I get a deal, it's hard for me to focus on anything else. So now I'm hyper focused on this deal. I'm gonna get an LOI out today and maybe I can lock it up. That's what I love about real estate. You don't know what's gonna come your way and you don't know when like your day's gonna change. And it's the same thing like as a realtor as well. I remember I used to like, oh man, you know, I'm a little slower. I'll go hammer calls and then boom, somebody calls me and get a deal, you know, or get a new client, get a new lead. I guess that's just business in general. It's a little chaotic, but it's beautiful too. So we're first gonna pick up a check because that deal just funded. I signed for it earlier in the week. We're gonna go pick that up and then we're gonna shoot out to Harrah and we'll show you guys this mobile home park and how the numbers work, what the terms are. We'll go from there. Come on now. Alrighty, y'all, made it to Harrah. So here's where we're at. Logan had to leave me, unfortunately. I had to go drop him off. He's got some obligations for the evening. But I just drove through this mobile home park. It's kind of rough. I'll put some videos up on the screen. I don't want to disturb any tenants, but so they sent me over the financials. I'll kind of show you guys what this looks like. This is how they sent it to me. But pretty much, and I'll see if my editor can put some of this on the screen. $850,000 purchase. There's currently 16 occupied units, 5 that are vacant. It's on city water and sewer, which is good. And then it says there's 0 maintenance because the mobile homes are tenant owned or lease to own. So there's a couple different ways that you can manage a mobile home park. And I don't want to sit here and act like I'm a pro. I've looked at mobile home parks, I've underwritten them, not been able to get one yet. This may be the first, we'll see. So take what I say with a grain of salt, I guess. But from what I know, you can either own the mobile home and just rent the mobile home as a whole, or you can own the dirt and allow people to, you own or finance the mobile home because the mobile home's separate from the dirt. You can own or finance the mobile home or lease to own the mobile home or rent to own it, and then they pay a lot fee. Now, here's what I noticed that I think is a huge discrepancy about this package. I'm going to put this up on the screen so you guys can see this as I'm going through it. So current monthly income is $8,858 per month. Seems really good, $850,000 purchase. There's 16 occupied units, so there's some units that stand to be occupied. There's about 5. Annualized gross is $106,000 per year. That's actually collected for the last year, so that's good also. 5 vacant units, so there is some room for value add. Pro forma, which is what they project that this could make, is $10,800 per month or $129,000 per year. So that'd be 21 at an average of $515 per month. That's my first red flag. This park, from the looks of it, because it's in Harrah, I know Harrah, I've looked at other mobile home parks out here, you're not getting $515 a month per pad. That's too high. And so the pro forma is off. Estimated expenses, they say is $12,000 annually. That'd be taxes, insurance, miscellaneous. I think they're a little low on expenses. You're gonna have some maintenance in there as well, mowing and whatnot, but it might really be low if really all it is the dirt itself. I don't know who manages the actual sewer lines or water lines, if there's any breakages or anything like that, but that could be an additional cost as well that I would want to put in there. And then you've got your vacancy, your typical maintenance, CapEx stuff that you've got to put like you would on a single family deal or a commercial deal. CapEx is going to be low, especially if it is just this rent the pad type deal. And so that's the model this mobile home park is that they pretty much just rent the dirt itself, and then people put their mobile homes on it. So net operating income is $94,248. That's current NOI. So if you take that divided by 850,000, that gives you a cap rate of 11%. Pretty damn good. Here's the problem though. I went on and looked at this, and then I got to thinking, I'm like, wait a second. If these are on lease to own, then that means that the current rents are going to decrease over time as people pay these off. And so you can see, I'm going to blur out the names, but you can see just that second column, 300, 300, 300, 300, and then it's 520. So the person paying 520 probably is on some sort of rent to own agreement. And then it goes 300 again, and then 600, and then 527, 586. So the rents start to increase. And the reason why is because there is a pad rent of probably 300, and then there's a lease to own payment of $200 to $300 a month. The problem with that is when I scroll down, they've sold these mobile homes for $2,500. I mean, $6,000, $3,000. And so these are going to get paid off over time. Sold $4,500. The problem with that, this NOI is going to decrease. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, but it's going to decrease because over time, these people are going to pay these off, and then you're just going to be renting the dirt. And so what's it worth if we're just renting the dirt? If we take $300 per month times 16 units, that's $4,800 per month that it brings in, not $9,000. You guys see the discrepancy there. What I think that these people are trying to do is they're trying to sell this. They're like, okay, we got all of the rents up for a period of time. It's not going to be forever, because the people that are leasing to own these properties are going to pay them off, and then they'll just have a pad rent that they'll have to pay. So we're going to get the rents up, and then from there, we'll sell it on a cap rate basis. I caught that, and I'm not going to offer based off of the current numbers they sent over. So I'm asking them questions like, how much longer do these people have to pay these off? What are the terms? What is total owed? So like, what is total owed? Is it $100,000 to, if I take over these notes, are they going to owe me $100,000 across 16 units, you know? And so that's kind of how we have to underwrite this deal. I'm not going to have it fully underwritten today, unfortunately, because it's a little bit more complex now, and I've got to wait for these numbers. But anyways, that's just what can happen when you start looking at deals like this, you know? And so if I bought this today at $850,000 with a current rent of, or current net operating income of $94,000, and these tenants started paying these mobile homes off over the next year or two, well, my NOI could drop easily to $60,000 a year. Well, if I'm pulling debt service, even if I put 20% down, so $170,000 down or so, I'm still going to be debt servicing on $700,000 or so. So I may go from a couple $1,000s a month in net cash flow to no net cash flow, or a couple $1,000s a month in negative net cash flow. And so it's where you got to be careful when you're real estate investing. And so I'll put, like I said, I'll keep y'all posted as we continue down this path of looking at this deal. And I showed you the Dollar General that we might get. I've got a couple LOIs out. I'd like to get something solidified before end of year. I'm ready for it. So anyways, hope that these videos add value. I hope you guys like the little bit longer videos that I've done. I try and do some that are shorter, some that are longer, appeal to everybody in the audience. But if you guys like this, please drop me a like, please drop me a subscribe. And if you would like any of the deal underwriting that we've spoken about today, or my rehab calculator, or anything else, then go ahead and shoot me a DM on Instagram. And then if you guys, a quick shout out to myself, I do have my mentorship program now. So if you guys are serious about getting into real estate investing, or if you're in real estate investing and you're wondering how you can scale, then look at the link in the bio, and we can talk more from there. So anyways, hope that adds value, and I'll catch you guys on the next.